Hello everyone, good morning. This is Kiran Bakotra. Welcome to in our next lecture. In our previous lecture, we discussed about the dicot family of Apiaceae, and in our today's lecture, we discuss about also the dicot family of Euphorbiaceae family. First of all, we discuss about the systematic position according to Bentham and Hooker classification. Kingdom Plantae. The autotrophic mode of nutrition, it means they make a food by oven. Then their cellulose is made up of cellulose material, and the plant they have only movement occurrence, they have no locomotion. Then a class is a division is a spermatophyta. In this spermatophyta, the producing a flowering during the whole life cycle of this plant. Then the sex organ are a multicellular. After fertilization, the ovule turns into seed. It means the seed are formation in this division of plant. The embryo formation occurrence. It means the embryo formation of this plant. Then a class is the dicotyledons. In this, the two cotyledons are present, so known as the dicotyledons. In this, most of this family they have two cotyledons are present. The root is a taproot system. Venation is a reticulate venation. Then the flower are generally pentamorous or tetramorous. It means they are 5 or 4 in number of petals. Then after the fertilization, ovary converting to fruit. It means the plant is a formation of this fruit. Then a subclass is a monoclemidae. The flowers with the simple perianth, which is usually sepaloid and incomplete. It means that in this Euphorbiaceae, the male and female flower are different. So in the sometime the calyx and corolla are not present, but the perianth are present and usually are the sepaloid. It means the sepals are present. Either the calyx or corolla, or sometimes both are absent. It means in this sometime the both calyx and corolla are absent, so it known as the perianth. But in this some plant, the only either calyx यानी कि sepaloid present or either petals corolla present, so it known as the tepaloid. And in either they both are absent, so it known as the perianth. Then a series is a unisexual. The flower are unisexual, syncarpons, ovary or one carpel. The flowers are unisexual. It means the male flower only have a androecium and the female flower have only gynoecium. It means ovary. So they are a unisexual flower. Then ovary flower is a syncarpous ovary. It means the ovary are free from tube attached. Then the one carpel are present, known as the monocarpellary. Then a perianth is a sepaloid or much reduced or absent. The ovules is a 1 or 2 in each carpel. It means in this one carpel, the ovules are 1 or 2 in number. Then the family is a Euphorbiaceae. The family Euphorbiaceae consists of the 300 genera and about the 7,500 species. There is a fourth larger of this angiosperm family. In means they all over angiosperm family. In this, the Euphorbiaceae have a fourth number. They are the cosmopolitan in this distribution, but they are particularly well represented in this area of the Africa and South America. In India, it is represented by this more than 70 genera and 450 species occurrence. And in our Gujarat, the 25 genera and 63 species are found of this Euphorbiaceae family. So, after the systematic position, we discuss the vegetative character. In this vegetative character, the first is a habitat. So the plants have a great variation in their habitat. It means the plant's habitat is generally annual or perennial herb, shrub and tree plant. So the most of these varieties, so they occurrence in this Euphorbiaceae family. The Phyllanthus amarus, the plant have an annual herb plant. Then the Ricinus communis, they have a shrub plant, and the Phyllanthus amblica, they are a tree plant. So all the herb, shrub and tree, the morphology are included in this habitat. Then a root is a dicot family, so the root is a taproot system and branch. Then a stem is a aerial, herbaceous, it means evergreen or woody. The shrub are also present, so the stem are woody. Then erect or prostrate, either a straight or a spread in a land. Then a cylindrical branch, solid or hollow. It means hollow means in the Ricinus communis plant, the stem have a hollow structure. It means the inner side of this stem, the structure has a soft They usually contain the milky latex. Example of the Tertiolaceae species, you can see this in this picture. They have a milky latex are present. There is a plant of the Tertiolaceae species and the Jatropha circus. The plant stem of the Jatropha circus. Okay, their stem have a watery latex are present. So in this Euphorbiaceae family, the stem has a milky latex or watery latex are present. Then the leaves is generally the stipulate or exstipulated, petiolate, alternate, simple, entire, reticulate volition, and the xerophytic species of the euphorbia leaves are absent. It means that in some species the stipule are present, but in some species the stipule are absent, so is known as the exstipulate. Then a petiole portion are present, so the name is a petiolate. Then the leaf arrangement, they are the main axis in the alternate arrangement, so known as the alternate. In the Ricinus communis, the arrangement are alternate. Then the simple and the margin is the entire. The venation is a reticulate, it means the net-like structure. But after the xerophytic species, it means they are the grow in the dry region, so the leaves are absent of this family. So after the completion of the vegetative character in this, the habitat, root, stem and leaves, we next discuss about the floral character. This is important for our families is a floral character. The first one is the inflorescence. So the inflorescence is a variously gladly. It may be Cythium, racemose, panicle type. In this, the crotons, persiflorus, they have a racemose type. You can see this in this example. There is the racemose type. Then the panicle type in it the Ricinus communis, and the Cythium, it is a present in a some plant. So the inflorescence is a racemose type. So it means the racemose type, it means the flowers, they are the producing in this the main axis. So the main axis of this flower, it is a unbranched and the one pedicellate are present. You can see this, there is an inflorescence, they have an unbranched structure and they are arranged in the acropetal succession. This is the simplest type of inflorescence. Then the second one is the peduncle inflorescence. In this peduncle inflorescence, the compound racemose, also known as the, and the main axis is this branch. You can see these, the branch are present. So the main axis is branch and the flower are borne in also acropetal succession on this branch only. And the third one is a Cythium inflorescence. You can see these in this picture. They have a Cythium inflorescence, and the Cythium inflorescence, they are a look like of this arrangement. They are a look like of this flowers arrangement, and they also it consists of the cup-like structure and form of the involucre bract. There is a portion, there is involucre of bract. Then at the center of this cup, there is a single stalk neck, the female flower with the tricarpellary ovary seen outside the cup. It means they have an inner side, the tricarpellary ovary, they are present, and the female flower is surrounded by the 5 scorpioid cymes, they reduce the male flowers. So they are the male flowers. And then the male flower have a neck and the generally a single stamen are present. The Cythium type of inflorescence, they are present in the plant of the Euphorbia heterophylla. In this Euphorbia heterophylla, the Cythium type of inflorescence are present. They have a picture of this Cythium inflorescence, how to arrange their stamen and gynoecium. Then the flowers is this, the bract are present, so known as the bractate, ebracteolate, pedicellate, unisexual, monoecious or dioecious, incomplete, regular, actinophy and hypogynous. The bract are present, so it's known as the bracteolate, but the bracteolate are absent, so known as the ebracteolate. Then the peduncle are present, so known as the pedicellate. Unisexual, it means the flower are monoecious, in this the monoecious or dioecious, it means in some time the male and female are same branch, so known as the monoecious, and either in different plants, so known as the dioecious. They have a unisexual because the male and female flower are mostly arrangement are a different plant. Then the incomplete because they are the unisexual flower, they are but in some they are regular. Then actinomorphy, you can see this in picture, they have a divided, so they are divided into equal parts, so known as the actinomorphy, and ovary is the superior, so known as the hypogynous. Then the perianth. So in the crotons passiflora, the male flower have a two wall of perianth, whereas the female flower have a single wall of perianth. It means in this crotons passiflora, in this the male flower have arranged in a two line, and the female flower have only arranged in a one line. But the male and female flower are usually devoid of this perianth. In this Apelophyllus, the perianth are absent. The tepals are the polyphylous in the Phyllanthus and the Gamophilus in the Ricinus communis. It means the tepals are present, so the perianth are present in this the Phyllanthus and Ricinus communis plant, but the tepals are free from, it means the polyphylous in this Phyllanthus plant, and they are a gamo, it means the fused are in Ricinus communis. And the perianthine lobes are a free or united sepaloid or petaloid. It means the calyx and corolla, they sepaloid and petaloid, either free form, either fused together. In the variation is the show in this different plant. The estivation is generally imbricate and valvate. It means they arrange in a single row. They known as the valvate estivation and the imbricate estivation. The out of these 5 petals or sepals, they in this the one sepals are internally and the one sepals or petals are fully externally arranged, and either remaining of the three, the one side is the inner and one side is the outer. So their estivation is the imbricate estivation. Then the androecium, in this the stamen are one to many. It means the many variation of this stamen. They are either free form or either fused together, and the anther are diatechous. It means the two lobe are present. Then the gynoecium, in this the three carpel are present, is known as the tricarpellary. Then the ovary is a syncarpus. It means they are the fused together. In this the Euphorbia pulcherrima, the tricarpellary are present. Then trilocular, it means you can see this in picture. They have a three locule present. The ovary is a superior. In each locule contain one or two pedulas. You can see this. They have ovules are known as the pedulas. They are present in one or two in each locule. The ovule is an anatropous ovule type, and the placentation is a exile. You can see this. There is a placentation of this exile. Okay, in this the ovule are attached to this marginal portion. Then the fruit is a schizocarpic fruit. They are also drupe plant, and the seed is a endospermic seed. The pollination is a entomophilous. It means the insect pollination by these insects. And after the completion of this, the character of the floral character, you can write a floral formula. It means they are the male and female flower. You can see this. There is a floral formula of this, the Euphorbia pulcherrima plant. In this plant, the male flower have a bract and bracteolate present. Then the plant is actinomorphic. The male flower, so the sign is the male flower. In this, the periantha either present of 5 in number or either absent. The androecium is a 1 to infinitive. The ovary is absent because they have a male flower. In this female flower, the also same character of this bracteolate and actinomorphic. This is a sign of this female flower. The perianth are same together, 0 or 5 in number. The androecium are absent because of female flower. And this gynoecium, they have a tricarpellary. They are a syncarpus, the bract in number, and they have a superior. So there is a underlining below. So in this, the right of the floral formula, you can diagram of the floral diagram. They have a bract are present. Then they have a perianth are 5 in number. They are a gamocephalous. The estivation is a valvate estivation. In they have anther are diatechous. They are a 5 in number, but they are many because they are arranged in the joint together. They are a gynoecium. They are a tricarpellary. So floral diagram of the Euphorbia pulcherrima. Then some character of the Euphorbiaceae family. There have the plants are mostly herb, shrub or tree plant. The habitat is, then the leaves are simply leaves. They have some leaf are the compound, and in this stem the milky latex are present. The inflorescences are either racemose or cymose type, and it's sometimes they are a cymorous special type called the Scythium plant. The bract are present in some plant. The bracteolate absent, pedicellate, then a unisexual, monoecious or dioecious, incomplete, regular, actinomorphic, and ovary is the superior, so known as the hypogynous. The stamen are generally many. The carpel are 3 in number, and they are syncarpal.